Okay, I just need to. I definitely need to show this. As you can see, they tried to get into my innate state, and as I scroll up, you see that they were messing. But let me show you how many times they tried to mess around with this Google Transport Play stuff. Watch this. Going farther up, and it's gonna get even. Is you're gonna see it like constantly. See that? See all of those attempts for that one app, for that one application. You see all of that? All those attempts are hacking. All of that is hacking. It's both dated and timed too. 12:40 3, which is 12:45 p.m. Right now. They even try to mess with the X recorder. Are you serious? This is why I like this, because this provides me with evidence that my phone is being hacked. It's got the IPs of what is trying to actually you know infiltrate my phone, as well as what they're using and what they're doing. This is why I love this, because it gives me the proof that I need, that I'm gonna as far as injustice that's being done. Again, if you don't know what Amazonas is, that is a malware server that is a hijacker for applications. Again, it's a hijacker for applications. Whether it's your browser or your apps, they can just hijack and do whatever they want with that stuff. And ain't no telling what they're doing with that stuff. And of course, they go right back to Google. It's still going. All these now, as you can see, I'm not moving anything on my phone. You would hear the tap noise. You would hear my finger moving across the screen if I was doing anything. But hang on, turn this back up. But as you can see, I'm not touching anything. That's where I pre-recorded, and right when I went to it, and then I went straight to this. You can see all these attempts at hacking. Just look at that. They don't even got no shame. They still doing it. They still doing that hacking attempt. And you can see they're going for the X recorder because I'm recording. This is why I don't use the phone's camera, because they can literally just change the format of your videos to where you can't play them. They're still going for it. They're still trying to go for the evidence. But you see, the benefit of having multiple devices is that you can actually record what's going on while you're blocking off their access. So even if they corrupt the file, you can still pretty much have the proof regardless. I don't know if you can hear them, but they're kind of getting pissed off right now. They shouldn't be hacking in people's stuff in the first place, though. They got no business doing that under no circumstances. I don't even care what their excuse is. There's no excuse for that whatsoever. Again, Google backup transport, Google Play services, Google Framework. They're trying to access that. And they're still going for the X recorder. Are you serious? They're still going for the fucking X recorder. Are you serious? This is the best setup to have both a screen recorder and a no root required firewall, because this way you can literally go to your apps and literally determine which does have access to that and which doesn't. If you want to know like why your phone is acting crazy, as far as it shutting down, as far as the battery going down, as far as the storage running out, this is why. It's because they really are hacking your stuff. And by the way, all of this right here is evidence. this is basically evidence of hacking. So if they ever try to pull something on you, you could just show this and it shows the injustice of what's going on. It makes no sense why multiple IPs are accessing a phone's applications no less. Let them try to scapegoat that shit, and I guarantee you they ain't gonna have no excuse for that. Nope. I also like this because it also shows exactly where this is coming from. At like Amazonas.com right there, it shows exactly where all this stuff is coming from. If you don't know, they pretty much can put your IP on a site actually. If you didn't know, that's why that .com right there, they can put that stuff on your IP on a site, and it's like a constant access to that. If you didn't know. So if you ever wanted to know what the site was, I mean, this is your way of finding out about it. If you want to know how to get it off, I believe there should be a way to block that site from block that site from your IP. I would look into doing something like that because that's the very thing that they're using to gain access to your phone for the most part. The same app that I was mentioning before, it's always a mixture between that Google backup transport stuff and the Amazonas. And again, Amazonas is a browser hijacker. As you can see, this is evidence that they are trying to hijack my applications. What they're trying to do with these applications, I do not know. I have absolutely no idea. I've heard many stories of them trying to set several targeted individuals up, though. I've heard plenty of that. I've heard all kinds of that stuff happening. I'm going to keep this going until like around, we're at like 12:52. I'm going to keep this going until like 1. Just to see how many attempts I can get in this one video. Even if they stop now, it's not gonna matter. I got the evidence. The logs is right here. Everything. They start, as you can see, I've been having trouble with my YouTube, if you didn't know. There'll be like certain videos that won't even show up, my very first ones. I can't even view with those ones on there. And as soon as I bring that up and I go looking for them, they start to appear. So this is also proof that they are manipulating my YouTube as well. If you get an innate state, I highly recommend you to have this no root firewall on. Don't even have your SIM card in, man. Don't even have that in. Just do what I normally do. Normally, I'll just open up the back case and I leave the SIM card just sitting in between both the back thing, the back cover and the phone itself, just so I know precisely where it's at. You just got to be careful when you open it. Is all. Because if you didn't know, even if you got airplane mode on, they can still track you through your apps access, even when you have airplane mode on. I want to get the app that I had before, and what it did was it monitored the background usage of the apps, and it was telling me like there's been several readings of applications being read. I actually still have a video of me using that application. I'm about to give me a second. I'm actually gonna upload that today, just so you can see that app itself in action and what it does. But I highly when I see it, I highly recommend people to do it. It gives you a notification each time something's being tampered with. And by the way, hacking someone else's device is very illegal. Just wanna go ahead and point that out. That's very illegal. Now the thing about this, I'm gonna show you about this. Create custom filter. If I do that, you see how it says address right there? You see this, right? Those are other addresses listed underneath that one. How much you want to bet one of these addresses is the actual one to pinpoint the bastard's location? Precisely where they're at. How much you want to bet that within this, I would find their exact coordinates and their exact location to their precise place for where they're coming from. Sometimes this stuff directs it all the way to Washington, D.C. But I found multiple locations in the states from where they've been trying to do their hacking and stuff at. If you didn't know, there's websites where you can actually track these things down. But here's where the benefit of having multiple devices in. I would have a tablet to which you do not have any type of, don't put no emails on this, and deny access of all your applications except for internet. Just use that just for internet purposes. Use that for that, and what you want to do is go to the sites and type the thing in there. See what comes up. You'll find the locations. Whenever I receive a phone call from someone I don't know, you can do the same thing with that. Now, the lawyer, if you ask a lawyer about this, they're gonna tell you, it's illegal to do that. But here's the thing. What I mean by this is, they'll say like, it's illegal to basically, search up a person, like try to find out who called you and whatnot. First off, there's several questionable things about that. Number one, first off, lawyers are afraid to go after the organization that hires gang stalkers. If you didn't know, they are afraid to do that. Most lawyers won't even pick up a case like that. That's number one. Number two, giving the information, certain information out that would actually hinge on that would also get them in danger as well. So keep that also in mind. Number three, if that was ever illegal, they would never allow sites to give you the basically give you the ability to do so. They wouldn't do it. Those sites would be immediately taken down. It would be illegal to even make a site. So why, if it's illegal, why would they even have sites up that does this? Not to mention multiple ones. Understand, and not to mention, if that really was the case, then it would be illegal for a person to actually pretty much go to trial as far as even search for basically go to trial for in defense of themselves. You wouldn't even be able to do that, because otherwise, like, I mean, how would you get evidence? As far as I know, how would you even get the evidence? Now, on one of the things I will warn TIs about that you need to know. In my case, for my targeting, I was sent a voicemail. This voicemail had robotic background noises. This stuff is similar to what they submit people to MK Ultra to. It was a voicemail. For everybody else's safety, I am not displaying this on the thing. I'm not gonna do that, but I do have it as evidence, though. I still have that as evidence. But I'm not going to play it because this is what got sent to me before my targeting even hit. Before my RNM even hit. And I believe I'm not the only one. Again, if you are on RNM, remote neural monitoring, tell me, have you received a voicemail from your phone that has had unusual robotic tones in the background? Let me know. If you're on RNM, let me know. Do you have unusual bumps on the back of your head close to the base of your neck? Usually there's either one or maybe even two. Let me know if you have any of these things on you or anything of these things have happened to gain confirmation. I mentioned the thing about the bumps before, and my gang stalkers got a bit worried, so I'm curious about that. One of the things I've researched was okay, yeah, they are really trying to get into that Google Transport Play Services thing. So I'm gonna take a guess that most of the reason why is they're getting application access is mostly from Amazonas and from this. Now, something like this would have administrative features, so I'm guessing they're using that. And it's 1 p.m. And again, these are all the attempts that have been strung out to pretty much hack my phone. This is evidence. This is going all the way from 12:23 all the way to 1 o'clock, the 1 p.m. The last entry was around 12:59. The date is the 12th, 24th, 2019. It's on the Tuesday, December 24th. Again, if you want proof of them hacking, literally get the get a no root type firewall. It will date and show access logs of everything. Again, as you can see, now this is me moving stuff around on my phone. This is why I got the little dot, the little line stuff there, so you can tell where my finger is going and moving. You can see that for yourself. Again, that's what I'm doing right there. But this other stuff, that's not me doing that. That other stuff, those entries right there, I'm not accessing those apps. That's someone else doing that. I'll say it again. I'll even swipe my finger across the screen once more just so you can see what I'm talking about. That's my finger going across the screen right now. As of now. I'm doing this I'm making a little bit of crazy design just so you can get a decent idea as to where my fingers are going. And that's scrolling down the list up and down just so you can see. I'll make it a lot more obvious for you. There's no way you wouldn't be able to see that. Now, that's what I just did with my fingers. All right, I left my mark right there. Let's see what happens. If there's another attempt, then you know. Now, the only other thing about this is that it converts over to military time after that. As soon as 1 p.m. hits, it just converts over to military time. So it instead of it going to like 1 and it's changing it's from AM to PM, it just changes its numbers. Not really changing, it just constantly goes up, like, so it won't be like 1, it'll be like 13 or so after 12. But as you can see, there's still more attempts. Now, I left the line there. I'm just gonna leave it there, see how many entries happens prior to this. What do you know? A phone call at the exact same moment that I'm actually doing this. The number's there on the screen too. This whole thing's being recorded. Ain't that something? All these attempts, they've been trying to hack my phone. They send some random person to call my phone. I'm grateful for the evidence, though. That's even more to use. Thank you. As you now, if you don't know, I don't even know whose phone number that is. Every number that's in my contacts is named. So if the number that's calling me is not named, then that's a complete stranger. The only people that have my phone number is the people at the front desk of here, my family, and my job. Those are the only three places. I don't hang around with no folks around here. I don't even hang around the people around my apartment building. I don't hand my number out to strangers. So here, there you have it. A complete stranger calling me around 1:04 p.m. at literally right at afternoon. Tuesday, December 24th, 2019. And they're still trying to access it. Wow. Now, before I upload this, I'm gonna actually make a copy of this vid before I even upload it, because if I take down my firewall now, chances are that they're most likely gonna try to f with the video. So I'm actually gonna make a copy of that before I upload this vid. Hopefully they won't mess with it, so you guys can see this for yourself. But if you can't, I can hear my gang stalkers even now. But if you can't hear them, they're actually freaking out right now because they didn't even think I was gonna be able to get evidence like this, or rather, they didn't think I would get evidence like this. So then, let's take a look up all these. You know what? F it. I'm gonna show all these IPs. As you see, custom filters. Those are all the IPs that I've blocked. That's the full list right there. And it's all accessing this. That's the full list right there. Now that's just for this thing. I go back. Even though I've done that, you can still see that they're still trying to access this. Now let's see who was trying to access my X recorder. Hang on, let me now go there. As you can see, there's the IPs there. That's whoever was doing that. Now I guarantee you seen the same ones trying to access it. I guarantee you this thing is actually gonna change. Just give it a minute. I guarantee you it'll be, as you can see, it's the 217 and a 190 and the 194. If you can't tell which numbers I'm reading the second from the first. Reading from the second line of numbers from the first. As you can see, they'll constantly change their IPs. So what I'm thinking is, maybe there's got to be a way to keep them from hacking your phone. You want it to where it only allows access for all network features, both forward and backwards, only for your IP alone. That's how you want to start looking into that, basically. So it'll just be your IP able to just access this. But as you can see, for some reason, which is very odd, they're still able to use your IP to gain access. That's without even, this phone is not even rooted, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and keep exposing these IPs too. I might not even be the only one who's going through this, as I'm sure I'm not. Now then, as you can see, that missed call was around 1:03 p.m. Wow, I'm about to hit 110 and this thing still is going. If this is the case, I might as well shoot for 120. Just let a full hour go by and just go ahead and record the crap out of this. I'm already at like 23 minutes right now. Now I'm hitting 24. I think I will do that. You know what? I'm gonna jump on my Switch for a bit, and I will let this just sit here and record. I'll keep an eye on it to make sure that the screen doesn't time out. In fact, let me, don't worry, the logs are still there. They're not going nowhere. Display. Where's the timeout part? Screen timeout, 15 minutes. Let's keep screen turned on, in this case. Okay. Again, you can see where my fingers are pointing at. That's where that's where I just did. Going back to X Recorder, you can see the dot there where I just clicked. This is proof that I'm not the one doing this, by the way. And as you can see, scrolling up and down, just show you proof that's me doing that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and click up there. Now I left my mark where I had it at. That's the last location where I put my finger on the screen. So whatever else happens is not from me. If the video stops, then I'll just leave it at that. Because I don't know how much memory I got on this phone. Okay, leave it up like that. There we go. What I wanted to do was start a fundraiser. So when certain target individuals, I understand there's some ones out there. But actually, before I get into that, you may have seen me make some videos on how I thought it would be like a good idea to build a sanctuary for TIs. That was until another TI opened my eyes to something that was really going down as far as the past events of certain things. And most likely, these people may have been TIs themselves. Remember look all the way back towards the Black Wall Street incident, and then look at another incident called Waco, Texas. Similar events. It was people who made a settlement, but it's like they were killed. They were killed all in one spot. I thought of maybe making a settlement outside the country, but apparently that would be even worse. So what I've thought about was, and I've thought about this, I gave it a great deal of thought, and I thought about making a network, a communication network specifically for targeted individuals. This will be a online network to where we can upload videos of our targeting that's going on, as well as have access to live chats and whatnot, because it seems like whenever we want to be able to keep our evidence and stuff like that, we've got these companies getting in the way of that. It's like YouTube, they will literally take down certain helpful videos of information that's being distributed out there. Someone got tired of that, and the person who did that who got tired of YouTube's BS ended up making TrueTube. If you don't know, if you never heard of it, it's called TrueTube, TruuTube. Again, TrueTube. That's TruuTube.com. Check him out. And there's videos on there that YouTube just won't allow on their stuff because apparently it's just too much information that could help the people out. As for the Rife videos, they're also been taken. It's been known that they've been taking those down as well. But yeah, what I wanted to do was basically make it a social network specifically for TIs, so that we can all keep up and track of our targeting of what's going on, as well as have more of a legit way to actually, more of a secure way, by the way, to actually have our stuff secure. But I don't want it to be an app that you could just put on the phone. No, I want, because the hacking stuff. No, what I thought of is make a device specifically for this. A device that's specifically for this. That way, it eliminates the problem with hacking. Because the thing about these phones nowadays, is that these manufacturers put things on there specifically for the government to literally just hack into and be able to just distribute this, literally just block the information out. So it really gets very difficult when it comes to building up a case against this injustice that's being done against the people. it really is not an easy thing to really deal with. And as you can see, they're still trying to access this phone. It's like 1:14 right now. I have not touched this phone since. I've still not even touched this phone at all. Wow. Unbelievable. They can keep trying to access it all they want, but they're not getting through that firewall. Now, with my R&M, I've had, as far as my symptoms, I've had there's been attempts at memory wipe that has happened. There's been attempts of fatigue slowing me down for work, so end up being late. I started leaving out a bit, giving myself extra time and start getting my stuff prepared more, just so that won't be an issue. And honestly, I'm blessed to even be as close to work as I am right now, because otherwise, if I wasn't, knowing how often they like to mess with the traffic lights and literally hire people of transportation to literally do just that or whatever, I probably would have been long gone if it wasn't for me being this close, to be honest. But yeah, honestly, what I wanted to do for us targeted individuals that are still working or whatnot, I get it. It's not easy, but I figured we all need to help each other out when it comes to times like this. That's why I wanted to build both a fundraiser, not just a fundraiser, but also a fundraiser for the network. And what we'll do is we'll use this platform to generate money or whatever. Not a lot, not even much. I say no more than like $2, maybe $3, maybe even $5 a month from each person. And I want this money specifically to go to target individuals in need. And specific, like, because there are some target individuals out there that are homeless. There are some out there that are just not doing too well. Some of them don't even have homes to live in. I've witnessed a video on YouTube to where this man took money out of his own pocket and literally made tiny houses for the homeless. And these gang stalkers, man, they file complaint after complaint after complaint with the city to get these homes taken away from these people, to get them, to literally have them put back out on the street. This is not something I want a single individual to have planned, though. This is something I want all of us to have a conjoint agreement on. I want everybody to have their own input on this, to literally give an info as to what they think, which would be best. Not for a small group of TIs, but for every TI to come to a conjoint decision on this. I want to be able to help those out there who are truly suffering and whatnot, you know. Like I said, if this channel ever becomes big, the money I receive from this, since I do have a job and whatnot, and I'm lucky to even have the situation that I do. And honestly, even now, I'm still fighting to keep that, because it's just every day it's a struggle. But like I said, if this channel does get larger than it is, whatever proceeds come from this, I want to send it straight to target individuals out there that are actually going through some troubled times. There's even some out there that don't even have much funds to even eat every now and then because of this. And it's even if they go to a shelter, like they tamper with your food. These people are so disgusting, man. They laugh and giggle at literally poisoning people. It's crazy. It is seriously crazy, you know? And it says a lot about the mindset of that type of person. I remember, it's definitely that a lot of it seems like narcissism it seems to be an emotional type virus nowadays. It's a plague, really. Narcissism is a plague, man. It is a plague. And these people that are infected with it are seeking to both steal, kill, and destroy. And that's pretty much all they have been doing. They've destroyed, and that actually sums up everything. They say the devil is out there to steal, kill, and destroy. These people have stolen shit. These people have gotten people killed, caused suicides. These people have destroyed relationships. That's all three categories right there. As long as I've lived out here, I've not done neither one of these things. None. Not a dang thing. All I did was do my job, go to work, go home. If I had to go grocery shopping, that's it, and that's all. I don't even F with nobody. I just go straight home, minding my own business. And my targeting, as far as its level as for right now, it got this bad due to narcissists. But because of the symptoms that I've had, I highly believe, and because of a lot of the things that happened, I highly believe that my mom was also a TI, but she never told me about it. I can't do much to make up for the past, for all that time that I missed out with my mom, and not knowing how much she must have suffered from this during the time when I was away from her. But there's one thing I can do, and that's at least do the best I can within the present to help make a brighter future and do my part. I want us all to do our parts to make this a better future, you know? And you know, a lot of these gang stalkers will tell you that their actions is basically for the benefit of the community. That's a lie. What kind of program breaks every freaking law as an attempt as directed towards a single individual? You can't. There's no justification in that. You're breaking the very laws that you said that's supposed to protect people. You put criminals out on you not only put criminals out on the street, you turn random citizens into criminals. They encourage the behavior for them to commit criminal acts. There's no justification in that. And anybody who is dumb enough to believe that there is a freaking fool, man. All right, we're at 122. You know what? I don't even know what the heck am I doing. Where's my switch at? I think I'm what place? Yeah. But it's to leave that going, and I'm gonna jump on my switch for a bit. Play a little bit of Luigi's Mansion. I had to get me this darn thing because I had got rid of my PlayStation a while back. I was trying to change my lifestyle a bit so I can actually get out more, but with the targeting going on, they make it so like you can't even do that, man. I wouldn't even be able to go out and jog without some BS going on, you know? What I wish I could do, I would have it fixed to where I could actually have you guys view the game footage as well, so you have at least a little bit of a playthrough to watch while I'm recording this. But I don't have that feature on this phone. But I do know that there's a way to do it. But I think you got to have a computer to do that. Which I would invest in something like that, but the thing about this is they got people going into my unit when I'm gone. So if I was to I don't see no point in me even getting equipment like that. Knowing it's just going to be compromised. Have who knows whatever done to it while I'm gone. Oh, snap. No, 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 no. Oh wow, I'm already hitting like 42 minutes as it is. Wow. Like I said, I wanted to just do this for a whole hour. When it reaches 60 minutes, I'm gonna stop it. I wish I had the cash to just buy every target individual out there a Switch or something so they could have something, you know? If I can manage to get my my income tax, I'm gonna do something with that. I'm gonna do something with that to help some people out. Something. Not sure what, but I'll figure something out. Alright, I gotta go use the bathroom. Pardon me for a second. Hang on, let me swap that back. Alright, be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Let's see, did we hit 60 minutes yet? Just about, I'm at 47. And are there still attempts? Yes, there is. Wow. Look how many attempts there was to just get onto that one application. That's telling me a lot about how they are really getting access to people's phones, though. And that's a good thing. The thing that they go for the most is pretty obvious, the very thing that they use to gain access to your phone. I'm willing to bet that, oh wow, hang on. I'm willing to bet that they use that to pretty much shut down your phone. Yeah, okay. Leave my mark up there. Make it a little bit obvious. There we go. Okay, back in action. And wow, I've hit 51 minutes. I can already tell you right now, they're really not going to want me to upload this video to YouTube. But, this is just full list of how many times they've been trying to hack into the phone. Full list. Not to mention even a call, no less. I think I'm gonna stop this at 55. Ooh, snap. Yeah, 56 minutes now. Might as well go for a whole hour. Oh wow, I'm actually going way beyond an hour right now. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here and upload it.